Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of ETBU Extra. Hello, I'm Mike Mickey, the voice of the East Texas Baptist University Tigers. We're live from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas, where you can join us each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. Eat lunch with coaches, eat lunch with players, and you have the buffet and the drink just for $5. And right off the top of the bat of the show tonight here on ETBU Extra, we need to welcome a new ETBU Lady Tiger volleyball member to the program. Congratulations to head coach Lindsay Mash and her husband Chris Mash, who's the assistant coach for volleyball here at ETBU. They welcomed little Peyton into the world today. Peyton was born this morning in Longview Regional Hospital. Everything's going good. Don't know how many kills and spikes or anything that Peyton has yet, but she'll probably grow up to be a volleyball player, and we're happy to report the birth of little Peyton. And Brady's now a big brother. So congratulations to Coach Mash, and their family on the birth of Peyton. Time now on top of the show to talk ETBU Tiger basketball with head coach Bert West of the ETBU Tigers. And Coach, first of all, I want to go back and talk about two crucial games that you had last week in Ornelas. You met up with Hardin-Simmons on Thursday night playing for the conference lead. You beat Hardin-Simmons by a final score of 88-83. Then you had to turn around on Saturday to win another one against UT Dallas, which you won 63-58. Kind of recap those games for us and how obviously went well because you won, Coach.
Well, I guess obviously that was the Hardin-Simmons game was a tremendously hard-fought game. They, I don't think they believe in us as much as we believe in ourselves, and that makes someone hard to beat. They thought they were the better team, and our guys just proved on that night that we were the better team and turned right around and played UT Dallas, who has had their way with us the last 5 or 6 years, and again, it's the same thing. You have to overcome, what you've not been able to do before. And we used to tell the team all the time, if you want to do what you've never done, then you've got to do what you haven't done. And so that's kind of what I had to fight through, that tradition of them taking care of us. And we had some close calls against them, but again, the kids just fought it out. That we've got a nice team, a nice balance, and they're in a good place. I thought yesterday our preparation was just excellent, so I'm thinking we're going to go to Howard Payne and play one of our best games of the season.
The atmosphere Thursday night, someone told me, said it feels like a D1 atmosphere in Ornelas. It was ambush night, 200 free T-shirts were given away. It was shadow day with prospective students on campus. I mean, the fans really got into it, holding up photos of your players over there in the student section. Did y'all recognize, did y'all hear all that? Did y'all see all that?
Well, it couldn't be avoided. We don't focus on it, but it's certainly part of the home court advantage, and it makes it exciting for the kids. And our players are really good at focusing on their job, so they can notice that and then just go on with their job. And as a matter of fact, you're talking about the electric atmosphere. The Hardin-Simmons coach, who has been assistant at LSU, and he's been in all the SEC gyms, and he's been to Kentucky. He's been everywhere, and he was a head Division II coach for a long time, had a lot of success, and I mean a lot of success. And he told me, and his assistants all agreed, said that was the most electric atmosphere they had ever played in a Division III contest. And so that's just real college basketball, and our fans, our cheerleaders do such a great job, and they're just, those aren't just our fans, those are our friends, and they're going crazy for us, and we're trying to perform for them. And it's really fun. It's an exciting time to be a Tiger.
2 wins Thursday and last Saturday for the ETBU Tigers. I was having lunch with you on Monday, which is kind of our regular thing to do during the whole year. But you got an email that you were very proud of because one of your players was named the American Southwest Conference Player of the Week. Talk about Dylan Augustine and the honor that he's received this week being the ASC player.
Well, it's an honor. Our team doesn't get recognized as Player of the Week. I felt like we should have had a Player of the Week 4 or 5 times, but our team is not concerned with individual accolades, and they just work so hard for each other. And other people will put up bigger numbers because they're trying hard, or they're all they have, or their team's not as deep as ours. So it doesn't affect us winning games. As a matter of fact, it helps us winning games. But Dylan is like so many of our players. He's totally unselfish. He wants to do his job. He wants to be good at everything. He gives credit to everyone else for what he accomplishes, and they give him credit for what they accomplish. And he's just an outstanding young man, excellent basketball player, and just a tremendous teammate.
Dylan averaged 15.5 points and shot 66% overall in the two of the biggest games of the year for ETBU last Thursday and Friday. And because of his performance, that's why he was named the American Southwest Conference Player of the Week. Well, with the win Thursday, the Tigers went into first place in the American Southwest Conference. And, of course, they continued the winning ways on Saturday when they beat UT Dallas. And so that is very crucial right now to stay in first place, Coach, because if you finish out these next two games, road game Thursday at Howard Payne, finish the regular season in Alpine at Sul Ross. If you go ahead and win these two ball games, there's no doubt that you will host the American Southwest Conference Championship Tournament, which is a plus for your team.
That's true. It's not something we talk about a lot. Matter of fact, we don't talk about it at all. We just talk about the process and our goal for the next game. And we have goals, and we all know what they are, but we just sort of leave them on the table, leave them out there because we understand that like yesterday's preparation was just outstanding. You know, they're getting ready to play a good ball game. And it will be necessary. Howard Payne has defeated all the top teams in the conference in Brownwood.
Don't tell me that.
Not a single.
That makes me get scared a little bit, Coach.
Well, this is no game for the weak-hearted. Those people, no one has escaped down there. They beat Hardin-Simmons, Mary Hardin-Baylor, Concordia, Louisiana College, and here we come. So I think the team and I would take great pride in being the only team that won down there, and that would be the trait of being a champion. And so that's a good thing. We know we're going into a tough place. We go on to Sul Ross Saturday. Travel makes it difficult. Their team makes it difficult, and they have won all of their games in their building. So I don't mean they've gone undefeated for the season in their building. They've won all the conference games that they've won in that building. So that's a difficult place to play. So people, you know, will just have to understand how difficult the task is before us. But the Tigers are ready.
You know, as a fan, look at how you did against them last time. You beat Howard Payne 71-69 in the last 3-second shot. You beat Sul Ross 81-68. So as a fan, I go, oh, no problem, no problem. But, wow, there's so many tangibles with the long road trip, with you and your scouting report about the team they've done. Kind of what do the Tigers need to do to be successful in this road trip?
Well, I think, you know, when you think about the Howard Payne game being dead even here and us fortunately beating them on a last-second shot, the shot that was how much it took to beat them, and the Sul Ross game was a 13-point game. Normally in our conference, there's at least a 10-point swing from home court to home court, about a 10-point home court advantage. So that would make it look like we're in trouble at Howard Payne. But again, it's going to be important that we get off to a good start. It's important that we be on high alert and really ready to play and help each other react to whatever happens. I would not be surprised if we don't see something a little different out of them. They feel like if they can beat us and then we stump our toe again Saturday, they're tied with us. And so everybody, you know, there's all 8 tournament teams are – something's going to happen this week because – there's going to be some movement, and there's something's got to give, and we've just got to go in with an attitude that it's not going to be us. We're not going to give, and hope we can play our best and hope for the best.
Well, Coach, I know you need to get out of here, get on a bus, and head west. Any final things you want to say before you leave CC's today?
Well, just I'm awfully proud of these Tigers. We're hoping that we're not anywhere near the end of our season. These young men deserve all the awards and all the credit that's about to come their way. What a tremendous team they are, and I hope that we're talking next week and playing next week and playing the week after that.
Best of the Tigers, Coach West.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, ETBU games Thursday and Saturday to wrap up the regular season. Howard Payne Thursdays, Sul Ross State on Saturday in Alpine. If the Tigers can win both of those ball games, they are the regular season conference champions, and they will host the ASC Championship Tournament. Coming up next on ETBU Extra live from CC's in Marshall, Texas, we'll be talking to the head coach of the Lady Tigers, Dustin Howard. Back with more from CC's in Marshall in just a moment.